Hi, my name is Nazlı, and this is my demonstration for the assignment 1. I will show Ansible setup and show connectivity to all instances, also launch another instance to show the flexibility. So first of all, I would like to show you my instances. They're all called web server for Ansible purposes. And this is the Ubuntu one. It uses Ansible key that I created and also added into my file structure, but it's under the hidden folder in SSH. And yeah, these are all in different availability zones. One Linux and one Ubuntu in 1A, and also the other Linux and other Ubuntu in 1B. And they both use public subnets. We can see right here, subnet ID, root table. It has internet gateway connection, so it fits the structure that we're going for. And let me show you the file structure first. So we have README file right here, and this explains the project basically. This project uses Ansible to configure and deploy static websites on EC2 instances to Linux and to Ubuntu in AWS. And this website will show you my name and the instance's hostname. And we can see the prerequisites and architecture here, inventory and configuration, and how to run this project. We can check the Ansible inventory with the list command and then ping and run the playbook and then check the websites. So let's take a look. Okay, we have our configuration here. We have the key file connected, and we have the file path. Basically, it's the Ansible key. And let's go to group variables, and we can see here the HTTPD. Ansible user is EC2 user, and Ansible Python interpreter is here. And for the Ubuntu is the Ansible user is going to be Ubuntu, and Python interpreter is right here. And for these instances, actually, I had a problem at first, but then I added tags, OS and Ubuntu, so it doesn't get confused and it can run Ubuntu and Linux separately. And I had to match the file names to match the tags basically. So also in the inventory, we had to change the key right here to tags and filters as the web server. And also we have our main right here under the web servers and tasks. This installs a web server, and we have our index HTML. We could have added some other stuff here, but for simplicity purposes, I just added my own name, Nazlı right here. And I showed this before, it's the configuration. So let me close these. Okay, now do we check this? This is the site one, and we can use, we can see the hosts as tag Amazon Linux. It's the same as here, and tag Ubuntu. Okay, so let me show the connectivity first to the instances. First of all, the Linux ones. As we can see, ping pong, it returns correctly. And for the Ubuntu, It also returns success, ping pong. We can access both Amazon Linux and Ubuntu. We can also SSH into them correctly. And let me show the inventory list. Here we can see hosts. This is the default one. We see 4 hosts. And we can see also they are grouped together with the tags. The Linux tag, we can see 2 instances. For Ubuntu tag, we can see 2 instances. Also, instance details are all here. Right here. In this list command, we can see that Ansible can reach our instances. So to actually see these instances in a web page, we can go HTTP. Oops. And go to an instance. Also, we can like curl, but I'm just gonna get the public IPv4 address and paste it here. As we can see, we have the student name right here. And let me close this one. This one was the Ubuntu one. The Ubuntu one that's in 1A. Let's go look at the Linux in 1A. You can see the Linux one right here. And let's take a look at the Ubuntu one in 1B. So can I just, nope, that doesn't work. HTTP. This is the Ubuntu one in 1B. The Linux one in 1B. Right here. The IP address is here. And now of course, before running the HTTP with the IP addresses, we do Ansible playbook site YML. And this configures the web servers, installs, starts, and enables web servers. They're all okay. And we could see the different instances that we have. We should also run some commands to verify that the web servers are running. Right here, the ad hoc commands, and right here, this one shows the content of the index HTML right here. Now, to test the flexibility, I'm going to create a new instance. This one is going to be called web server again. Right here, it's going to be Linux. So key pair, we created an Ansible key, so I'm going to use that one. For network settings, we can choose 1A again, it's fine. And auto assign public IP is enabled. For security group, we have SSH. We can also add HTTP here. I mean, I'm going to put anywhere here, but it's not good for security purposes, I guess. But to test it fast, I'm going to put anywhere. And this is basically it. We'll add a tag after launch. This one right here. And I want to see the tags again, just to make sure that I'm using the correct one. Yeah, it's going to be OS, Amazon, Linux. Manage tags, add a new tag, OS, and use OS, and Amazon Linux right here. And save this. It's still initializing. So I'm going to stop the recording. Okay, we're back. It is initialized right now. So this is the details. And now we should check connectivity first, probably. Since this is a Linux. No, actually update the inventory list first. As we can see here, tag Amazon Linux, we have now 3 Linux hosts. So, and 5 total hosts. And so Ansible detected our new instance and added the instance into the hosts. So this shows it is flexible. It can handle another instance if it was added after. And let me find the ping command and ping the instances. We can see it pings all 3 instances right here. So this one is the public IP address of 107, and this is right here, EC2 107. It pings and pings. So let's take a look at this website. I know. Okay, so I was having problems and I couldn't reach the website, but this is actually great for demonstration purposes. Now I can reach it because I forgot to run the playbook again. So I had to run Ansible playbook site.yml again, and we can actually see here, install web server, it changed for this new instance because this is a new instance. It gathered facts, it installed web server, it started and enabled this web server. We can see the change here. And then this deployed the static web page. And we can see in the play recap as well, change to 3, and it is reachable. So it's right here at the correct IP address, right here, and we can see the new instance. So that's great. And new instances also run. And now I want to talk about the pros and cons of Ansible. Pros are that it is reusable, it is consistent, and it is centralized. So we can launch any instance, any different type of operating system instances with using these same codes. And it is flexible because we can add and update new instances. Cons, that is, it's that SSH access is required. It needs a control node and it needs dynamic inventory setup. And the pros of user data Also, it is simple and automatic, but it gets hard to update later, so it is less flexible. And in a security point of view, Ansible allows updates and patching for it, so it is better for security. And user data is less controlled after launch, so it is harder to enforce compliance, basically. So this was the presentation for the assignment 1, and thank you so much for watching.